Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Suicide Squad versus the Justice League is looking to be a different kettle of fish from the usual type of games that we're used to receiving from Rocksteady. I've had a look, and I'm sure you guys have as well, have recently looked at the brand new state of play from PlayStation, where they recently released the brand new trailer of Suicide Squad versus the Justice League. Now, the footage and information that we've had beforehand have shown a much more narrative and story-driven experience that seems to show more of a single-player game experience, and it focused a lot more on the game in a narrative sense. And in that sense, we were excited, we were interested. I'm like, yo, this seems really interesting. Seeing an evil Flash seemed very, very interesting. And it all seemed to be going pretty well until we got this brand new trailer that, I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, I've completely lost interest completely in this game. This is the new information that we can see immediately from this brand new trailer. Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League is essentially going to be a third-person looter shooter with RPG mechanics that is also going to be a live service game. Completely switches up the entire formula and completely puts, I don't know about you guys, but I would think that it puts Rocksteady in more of a precarious situation, because this is not their bag. Their bag is making high quality, intricate single player games. They are essentially kind of making Gotham Knights but with guns, and now we're playing as villains, and honestly some villains that aren't even that extremely interesting in the first place. This live service model definitely does not look good, and I'll be honest with you, the future doesn't look bright. And I don't know if you guys noticed this in the trailer, but something that immediately came up to me and came to mind is that this game is without a doubt not going to be a single player game that has a co-op or strong co-op element. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is clearly a co-op game first, and then there is an option for the single player where bots fill in and play as the other legends, which in my personal opinion kind of ruins the experience. Now, granted, there are some really good and decent games that are co-op driven. If you think immediately games that come to mind are things such as Borderlands. But I'll be honest with you guys, from a superhero game, this is kind of not what we're expecting. We were expecting something more so along the lines of a lot of melee combat, considering the roster of the villains that we have at our disposal. I expected to see Harley Quinn using a huge mallet, using melee weapons, and using perhaps some dual pistols perhaps in a combo or something else. But to see that she'll be using a wide array of weapons, if you guys look closely at the trailer, they show you that there are going to be a wide array of weapons available to us at our disposal. Now, I'm sure there will be some melee weapons available, but it's clearly much more focused on the shooter element, with there being assault rifles, handguns, shotguns, sniper rifles. Bro, what is going on? I'll be honest with you, in my personal opinion, the only person who was supposed to have a weapon in the entire roster here is Deadshot. And even then, Deadshot isn't necessarily a villain known to use assault rifles and other forms of weaponry. He is without a doubt a sit in a corner or move from place to place and to be a dedicated sniper. He is completely playing a different role, as we can see in this game, and it's honestly not looking good. As soon as they went over to the UI system and we had a look to see at the weapons that were equipped by the different villains, and I saw damage numbers, bro, I was like, oh man, this is going to be a bullet spongy RPG experience that's not going to be hitting as well. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, from what I've seen, I am having somewhat of a negative stance on this game so far, but I'll be honest with you, bro, it's looking pretty bad if we consider it from a gameplay experience and the various systems that we see being used. It's very difficult for these type of systems and such to create and cater for a very high quality gaming experience. Now, the only saving grace that I could possibly see in this is the narrative. That is literally the only thing, in my personal opinion, that could genuinely save this game. If Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has a very strong and compelling narrative, I will be impressed. And another thing that I don't want to keep it only negative, I'll be honest, in this new trailer, we were able to see a number of the in-game cutscenes, and I'll be honest, as we've seen previously from the previous Arkham games, the graphics look absolutely phenomenal. If we consider the cutscenes, even the gameplay, even though we're not that happy that it's going to be a shooter, if we just consider the gameplay that we're able to see so far, it looks very, very good. It looks very impressive, and I'm genuinely quite happy if we're considering the gameplay, the visual fidelity, the color. It's going to be nice to finally switch over from a nice and beautiful and pristine metropolis from the dark and gloomy Gotham. Even though it looked absolutely amazing with the visual effects, terrain and all of that, it'll be interesting to see how they handle this new city of Metropolis. But as I'm saying, guys, I've got to be honest with you guys, it's not looking good. I'm going to be honest with you guys. You guys know me. I know you guys. We are patient gamers over here. So if I'm going to give you guys any sort of advice, I'll say wait a little bit. Wait for the reviews to come out. Don't pre-order the game. Chill a little bit. See what the game has to offer. There definitely could be a saving grace, and I'm thinking that saving grace is probably going to be the narrative. But make sure you just pay attention, take it slow, just wait a bit, wait for the reviews to come out and find out what the people have to say about this title before you go ahead and commit and put your funds into this title. Take it easy, slow down. But I will be honest, man, this game has definitely got me worried from this new state of play. I don't know what, but you guys, tell me what you guys think down there in the comments. Let's have a discussion. Tell me your thoughts. Am I possibly overreacting? But I'll be honest with you guys, bro, I am not as hyped as I was for this game, bro. And I know for a fact that the Batman Arkham community over there on Reddit is definitely quite livid over the info that they're seeing right now. It's gonna be like PTSD, bro. It's gonna be like Gotham Knights all over again, bro. But this time it's a flipping looter shooter, bro. But hey, man, tell me what you guys think in the comments. That was me. Take it easy, gents.